10 surprising secrets of ancient Egypt you never knew. Mummies, pyramids, and pharaohs, oh my. We think we know a lot about ancient Egypt thanks to modern advancements that have allowed us to uncover their many secrets. But despite all this, there are still so many things we don't know about this ancient civilization. So join us as we reveal 10 surprising secrets of ancient Egypt you never knew you needed. Number 10. The Great Pyramid was not built by slaves. Contrary to popular belief, most historians now agree that the construction of the Great Pyramid was not a brutal operation involving slave labor, but rather an organized and monumental effort involving skilled workers who were paid for their services. Recent studies suggest that these workers lived in a nearby town called Dome and would have been well-fed with access to healthcare, making it more likely that they were paid workers rather than slaves. The construction of the pyramid is estimated to have taken around 20 years to complete and involved moving an estimated 2 million limestone blocks, each weighing around to 0.5 tons. It's truly amazing to think about the level of organization and manpower required to make such an incredible feat possible. Number 9. There were female pharaohs. While there were certainly powerful women in ancient Egypt, such as Nefertiti and Cleopatra, there were also several female pharaohs who ruled over the kingdom. One of the most famous female pharaohs was Hatshepsut, who reigned from 1478 to 1458 BCE. During her reign, she oversaw a period of great prosperity and expansion for Egypt, including successful trade missions to the land of Punt. Despite her accomplishments, her legacy was later erased by her successor, Thutmose III, who may have been her stepson. Other female pharaohs include Sobonifuru, the last ruler of the 6th dynasty, and Cleopatra, the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic kingdom of Egypt. Number 8. Ancient Egyptians kept pets. Just like us, the ancient Egyptians loved having furry companions around. They kept various types of pets, including dogs, cats, monkeys, baboons, and even falcons. They would often mummify their beloved pets and bury them alongside their owners, showing just how much they cared for their animal friends. The ancient Egyptians believed that owning a pet could bring good luck and protect against evil spirits, which is why they were so popular in households across the kingdom. Number 7. Ancient Egyptians kept bees. Not only did the ancient Egyptians keep pets, but they also had a thriving beekeeping industry. They kept domesticated honeybees in hives made of mud brick or wood, and they would harvest the honey and use it for food and religious purposes. In fact, there is evidence that the ancient Egyptians were responsible for some of the earliest forms of apiculture, or the domestication of honeybees. They were also one of the first civilizations to use beeswax in religious ceremonies and as a cosmetic. Number 6. Ancient Egyptians played board games. Just like any other civilization, the ancient Egyptians enjoyed playing games during their leisure time. One of the most popular games they played was a board game called Senet, which had a strong religious undertone and was often depicted in tombs and other archaeological sites. The goal of the game was to navigate a board with 30 squares, avoiding certain dangerous spaces while trying to reach the end of the board. Another game they played was a type of checkers, which was played on a board with 15 squares and pieces that were moved according to specific rules. These games were not only a source of entertainment, but also a way for the ancient Egyptians to exercise their strategic thinking skills. Number 5. Ancient Egyptians kept fish. The ancient Egyptians kept fish both as a source of food and as pets. They would raise fish in artificial ponds and pools, and they would also keep them in large stone tanks in their homes. Some of the fish they kept were native to Egypt, while others were imported from other parts of the Mediterranean. They believed that keeping fish could bring good luck and prosperity to their homes, and they would often give fish as gifts to their friends and family. Number 4. Ancient Egyptians used cosmetics. The ancient Egyptians were known for their love of beauty, and they would go to great lengths to maintain their appearance. Both men and women would wear makeup to enhance their features and protect themselves from the elements. Women would often wear kohl eyeliner, which was made from ground-up galena, a type of lead ore. They would also use henna to dye their nails and hair. Men would often wear a special type of sunscreen made from scented oils to protect themselves from the harsh Egyptian sun. Number 3. The Rosetta Stone was instrumental in deciphering hieroglyphics. The Rosetta Stone is a huge slab of rock that was discovered in 1799 and is considered one of the most important artifacts in history. The stone was inscribed with a decree issued by priests in the city of Memphis in 196 BC. What made the Rosetta Stone so significant was that it was inscribed in 3 different writing systems: hieroglyphic, demotic, and Greek. This allowed scholars to compare the 3 versions of the text and ultimately led to the decipherment of hieroglyphics by Jean-François Champollion in 1822. Number 2. Many ancient Egyptian gods and goddesses were based on animals. The ancient Egyptians believed that animals could possess supernatural powers, and many of their gods and goddesses were depicted with animal heads or bodies. For example, Anubis, the god of the dead, was depicted with the head of a jackal. Bastet, the goddess of cats, was often shown with a cat's head. And Horus, the god of the sky, was sometimes depicted with the body of a falcon. The Egyptians kept animal mummies in their homes, and some animals were even deified, meaning they were worshipped as gods in their own right. Number 1. Ancient Egyptian art was incredibly detailed and precise. The ancient Egyptians were masters of art, and their sculptures and paintings are still considered some of the most beautiful and intricate ever created. They were particularly skilled at depicting the human form, and they were able to capture the likeness of their subjects with incredible accuracy. Egyptian art was not only highly skilled, but it also served a very specific purpose. Many of their sculptures were meant to be funerary, designed to accompany the deceased on their journey into the afterlife. As a result, Egyptian art is filled with symbolism and allegory, often depicting scenes from Egyptian mythology or the daily life of the ancient Egyptians. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please hit the button to like the video and subscribe to our channel.